We are hardwired to seek comfort, yet it is the very thing that is making us miserable and unfulfilled. Real transformation only happens when you intentionally step into the fire of uncertainty. Stop trading your long-term evolution for short-term ease before the cost becomes too high to recover from. Welcome to Idea Cartography, where we map the mind, chart the journey, and turn every idea into direction. There is a truth most people never confront, a truth so uncomfortable that we bury it under routine, distraction, and the illusion of safety. The cost of staying the same is higher than the risk of change. Stagnation is not neutral. Comfort is not harmless. Inaction is not safety. Staying the same is a silent debt that compounds daily, a quiet erosion of potential that feels gentle in the moment but devastating over time. And the longer you avoid change, the more expensive your life becomes. Not financially, not materially, but spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, existentially, because every day you stay the same, you pay with the one currency you can never earn back: time. Stagnation is not a pause. It is a slow release toxin. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't scream. It doesn't break down the door. It seeps. It drips. It settles into your habits, your thoughts, your routines, your identity. You don't notice it at first. You think you're resting. You think you're waiting for the right moment. You think you're playing it safe. But stagnation is not rest. It is decay disguised as comfort. It is the quiet corrosion of your potential. It is the slow suffocation of your ambition. It is the gradual shrinking of your world until the walls feel familiar, predictable, and unbearably small. And the tragedy is this: most people don't realize they're dying in place because the decline is gentle. Comfort doesn't kill you quickly. It kills you quietly. We cling to the familiar because it feels safe. But safety is not the absence of danger. Safety is the presence of growth. And staying the same is not safe. It is the most dangerous gamble you can make. Because when you refuse to evolve, the world evolves without you. Opportunities move on, relationships shift, skills become outdated, dreams expire, time accelerates, and suddenly the life you were trying to protect becomes the life you can no longer stand. The comfort zone is not a sanctuary. It is a trap with soft walls. It feels warm. It feels predictable. It feels manageable. But it is shrinking around you. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. Avoidance is not laziness. Avoidance is fear wearing the mask of logic. We tell ourselves, "I'm not ready. I need more time. I need more clarity. I need more confidence. I need a sign." But the truth is simpler. We fear the unknown more than we fear the consequences of staying the same. We fear discomfort more than we fear regret. We fear temporary uncertainty more than we fear permanent stagnation. But here's the shift: avoidance doesn't protect you, it imprisons you. And every time you avoid change, you reinforce the belief that you are incapable of handling it. Avoidance shrinks your identity. Action expands it. People say change is risky. But what is the real risk? Is it trying something new, or is it living the same year on repeat until you no longer recognize yourself? Is it stepping into uncertainty, or is it staying in a life that drains you? Is it failing, or is it never discovering who you could have become? The risk of change is temporary. The cost of staying the same is permanent. Change asks for discomfort. Stagnation demands your future. Change requires courage. Stagnation requires nothing and gives you nothing in return. Change stretches you. Stagnation shrinks you. Change hurts for a moment. Stagnation hurts forever. Inside every person, there is a war between the self you are and the self you are meant to become. One side wants comfort, the other wants evolution. One side wants familiarity, the other wants possibility. One side wants the predictable, the other wants the extraordinary. And every decision you make, every habit, every thought, every action feeds one side or the other. You are not stuck because you lack potential. You are stuck because you keep feeding the part of you that fears change. But here's the truth. The part of you that fears change is not trying to protect you. It's trying to preserve the version of you that no longer exists. There comes a moment in every life when the old self becomes too small. A moment when the life you built no longer fits the person you're becoming. A moment when the dreams you once had feel outdated, not because they were wrong, but because you've grown beyond them. This moment is uncomfortable. It feels like restlessness. It feels like dissatisfaction. It feels like something inside you is pulling you forward while something else is holding you back. This is not a crisis. This is evolution. This is the moment your future self begins calling you. And the question is not, are you ready? The question is, are you willing? Reinvention is not free. It costs your comfort, your excuses, your old identity, your familiar patterns, your outdated beliefs, your fear-driven habits, your attachment to who you used to be. But what you gain is immeasurable. Clarity, strength, direction, self-respect, momentum, purpose, identity, freedom. Reinvention is not about becoming someone new. It is about becoming someone true. It is about shedding the layers that were built from fear, expectation, and survival. It is about returning to the version of you that existed before the world told you who to be. Your potential is not a destination. It is a responsibility. It demands discipline. It demands courage. It demands sacrifice. It demands evolution. And the truth is this. You cannot reach your potential while clinging to your past. You cannot build a new life with old habits. You cannot create a new identity with old beliefs. You cannot step into your future while dragging your comfort zone behind you. To become the person you are meant to be, you must be willing to release the person you were trained to be. This is not loss. This is liberation. There is always a moment when everything changes, not because the world shifts, not because circumstances improve, not because someone rescues you, but because you decide, I'm done paying the price of staying the same. And in that moment, something powerful happens. Your fear becomes fuel. Your doubt becomes data. Your hesitation becomes hunger. Your past becomes perspective. Your future becomes possible. This is the moment your life begins again. Your journey is unfolding. Your direction is shifting. And the next step is yours. And as you take that step, remember this. Every map begins as a blank space. Every path begins as a single line. Every transformation begins as a quiet decision made in the privacy of your own mind. You don't need permission to evolve. You don't need validation to rise. You don't need certainty to begin. You only need the willingness to move. Even if the movement is small, even if the movement is imperfect, even if the movement scares you, because motion creates clarity. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum. And momentum creates a life that reflects your strength instead of your fear. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not lost. You are simply standing at the threshold of who you were and who you are becoming. And that threshold is sacred. It is the place where courage is born. It is the place where identity is rewritten. It is the place where the old self loosens its grip and the new self begins to breathe. So take the step. Take the risk. Take the chance on the version of you that refuses to settle for a life that doesn't stretch you. Because the world doesn't need another person hiding their potential. The world needs someone willing to live with intention, to think with depth, to move with purpose, to rise with discipline, to walk a path that wasn't handed to them, but crafted by them, and that someone is you. This is your moment to expand, your moment to choose growth over comfort, your moment to rewrite the story you've been repeating, your moment to stop surviving your life and start designing it. And as you design it, know this: you are not walking into the unknown alone. You are walking with every lesson you've earned, every strength you've built, every truth you've uncovered, every version of you that refused to quit. You are walking with a mind that is learning to see possibility where it once saw limits. You are walking with a heart that is learning to trust its own resilience. You are walking with a spirit that is learning to rise without waiting for permission. This is the work of becoming. This is the work of evolution. This is the work of someone who refuses to let comfort steal their future. And this, right here, right now, is where your new map begins. Chart boldly. Walk with conviction. Move like someone who understands that staying the same costs more than change ever will. Subscribe and start mapping your path today. Your future is calling. Your map is forming. And the next chapter is waiting for you to step into it. We don't just explore the world outside, we explore the world within. Where the mind becomes a landscape, the choices become coordinates, and the future becomes a map you design with intention. Here, we believe that direction is not found. It is created, it is chosen, it is earned. Here, we honor the courage it takes to evolve, the discipline it takes to rise, and the clarity that comes from refusing to stay the same. So if you're ready to think deeper, to move with purpose, to build a life that reflects your strength instead of your fear, you're in the right place. Chart boldly. Walk with conviction. Design a path that reflects the person you're becoming, not the person you were forced to be. This is idea cartography. A home for the thinkers, the rebuilders, the seekers, the disciplined, and the ones who refuse to let comfort steal their future. Subscribe and start mapping your path today. Your journey is unfolding, your direction is shifting, and the next step is yours.